Hello everyone. So I want to tell you how we can use counters to find the answer for multiplication and division. So let's start with multiplication. So the steps are analyze the problem, and then you are going to just translate multiplication to the number of groups of something. So let's make an example here. So I have 3 times -2. So I'm going to analyze it and I'm going to translate it that it means 3 groups of -2. So 3 groups of -2 means 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and all together it's going to be -6. So it's going to be very easy when we have like a 3. The number of groups are always positive, but if the number of groups are negative, what we should do? Let's say here I have a -4 times -3. Okay, if I want to translate it, it's going to be a -4 groups of -3. I know how to make a 4 groups of -3, but we don't have any negative number of groups, so this negative will be translated as the opposite of. So we are going to make the -3 opposite, which is +3. So again, instead of having a -4 groups of -3, because we can't have a negative number of groups, I'm going to change this -3 to its opposite. So it's going to be at 4 groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 groups. So my answer will be a +12. That's same when you are going to do division. For division, I'm going to translate it. So I'm going to say division means a number divided to a number of groups. So sometimes it's easy when we are just having positive numbers. So if I have -24 divided by 8, so that's going to be easy because I'm going to say -4 divide to or into 8 groups. So which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I have -24, and then I want to divide it to the 8 groups. So that's 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6, 7, and 8 groups. So my answer will be -3. But what if I have, for example, -10 divided by -5? Okay, first let's translate it in division definition. So I'm going to say -3 divided into -5 groups. And then I'm going to think that I can't have a negative groups, so this negative will make this one opposite. So the opposite of -10 is a +10. Then I'm going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to divide it to the 5 group because I can't divide it to the -5 group, so I'm going to make it opposite, and then I can divide it to 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my answer will be a +2. These examples are telling us how to find out an answer by using counters. That's the same for number line. So I'm going to go all the way to the 10, and instead of dividing it to -5 group, I'm going to go all the way to the -10, and instead of dividing it to the -5 group, I'm going to divide it to the opposite, so which is going to be +10. But the thing that is going to be used more in math class is by using algorithm. So when you're using algorithm, you have to just analyze the problem as always, and then you multiply and divide as you usually do. Then you're going to decide about the rule. So remember, we have a rule, the rule for the sign. So we have a rule: if they have the same sign, it's positive; if they have different sign, it's negative. And that's the same for both multiplication and division. Let's do some examples here. If I have a -6 times to -3, so first we analyze it, it's a multiplication, both of them are negative. So first we are going to multiply them. 3 times 6 is 18. Then I'm going to decide these two have the same sign, so my answer will be positive. Let's make another example. If I have a negative 20 divided by 4, first forget about everything, the signs, and then just do the division. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Now I have to decide about the sign. They have different signs, so my answer is negative. Let's make another example. So if I have 24 times negative 3 and then divided by negative 10. So first I'm going to do the top one. So the top one is 24 times 3, which will be 72. Then I have to decide about the negative, the sign of the number. So I'm going to say they don't have the same sign, they have different signs. So my sign is negative. And then it's divided by negative 10. Then again, I'm going to do the division again. So 72 divided by 10 is 7.2. Negative and negative, they have the same sign. So my answer is positive. So that's your final answer. This is the video about how to multiply and divide integers. Okay, have a great day. See you soon.